Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent His messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become Messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion. That is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the 233rd One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice here on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Crammond and I'll be a host today along with Mark. And we're hosting the members of the Universal Council and support members for the Universal Council who will be presenting today's program. Okay, well, let's begin. Let me get the correct frames up here to start. And there we go.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear Rick. Welcome, my dear Mark. Welcome.
Hello. I know you've asked me to read this. One planet, one nation, one race for justice and world peace. Through the beauty of the soul of diversity of the languages spoken on planet Earth, all souls are as equal and all are as creators, as they are created in the image of the Creator. And we've heard that many times, at least in some of the holy books, that the Creator said, I made the man in the image of myself. And as we go to unite the nations without borders, without passports, moving about this planet, moving the way the Creator moves, not so much in the UFOs or in the jumbo jets or the Rolls Royces, but through the fields. And I think this is what we're learning about our own beauty and our own grace, but not only of mankind, also of the vertical people and the horizontal people and all the other entities that we can see here or we can't see here are all in this process of elevating. So we're very privileged to be touched by the knowledge of the Keshe Foundation, but we're also humbled as well. And as we heard in the first bumper there, the time is right. The time is now for man to go through this process, as many civilizations in the universe have gone through this process. And we know Mr. Keshe has described himself as a well-known travel agent in the universe for millions of years. So this is not his first and is not his most difficult project to bring this planet into this spaceship, actually, if you look at it, into the one nation, one planet, one race for world peace. So we welcome you all today.
Thank
Could we
you.
go to the next slide?
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you, my dear Mark. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you for your so beautiful words. And welcome, of course, welcome, dear beautiful souls, to the beautiful and beauty and totality of the universal energy of Keshe Foundation. Beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation. Spaceship Institute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Suswagatam. This is the warmest welcome. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And now this is the 5 minutes of silence, as we are really in real elevating the souls, those who need to elevate all the time, as the time is timeless now. And here, the 5 minutes of silence for the elevation of the soul of the 5+1 peace negotiators, the souls of the IAEA, all souls working for peace in Vienna, the soul of humanity, and the soul of world leaders and religious leaders of planet. So the time starts now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, all beautiful souls present here and all over the world. As humanity, this is our nature. This is the nature of human and humanity. All beings, that those who are conscious living in love, we always share, always, knowingly, unknowingly. This is going on. Elevation is going on, and this is the beautifulest time, I will say. So thank you very much for being here. And Rick, can we go to the next slide? Oh, yes. Here is the wish, as today is my Messiah Shriman M. Keshe's birthday. So there is the wish. Here is the beautiful wish. We, the Universal Council, from behalf of all humanity, of course, wish a happy birthday to Mr. Keshe for the protection of him and for the plasma science and technology of the universe gifted to us from the Creator to reach every soul in creation. Beautiful. I am present.
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 So we can go to the next slide. Beautiful wish. We can go to the, yes. This is a painting I had done for my Messiah Shriman M. Keshe. And because we all want to wish him from our heart and soul, so I can start always to wish him a happiest birthday. And I will say that my Messiah Shriman M. Keshe, as you appeared, my Messiah, we all manifested with you. The courage of the heart understood. The love of the soul understood. We all became lovers. My dear, beautiful teacher, you are a lover, you are. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. I will say the word fortunate, we are. So happy birthday from the core of my heart and soul, and the happiest always, forever. Live the life about, when in India we say thousands and thousands of years, and one day is about 50,000 days. So as a beautiful soul you are, universal, live always in the beauty and totality. My dear Messiah, we all love you so much. And in Hindi, as a Hindi, you see Hindi language, I will say, Mere Messiah Shriman M. Keshe, Mehran Tavakoli Keshe, मैं आपको हृदय से, अंतरात्मा से और हृदय से आपको अभिवादन करती हूँ और आपको शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ और माँ का आशीर्वाद भी देती हूँ कि आप हजारों साल जिए, आपकी प्रेरणा हमेशा बनी रहे। हम इसीलिए जी रहे हैं, हम इसीलिए प्राकृतिक हो रहे हैं। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Blessings of Ma always to you, my Messiah Shriman M. Keshe. Thank you so much. Anybody can have the wish for, can start anytime. Welcome, my dear ones.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for this occasion. I wish Mr. Keshe a happy birthday and a life full of pleasure. Happy birthday, Mr. Keshe, and be always joyful. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank Mr. Keshe for all his beautiful work, his excellent work, his revolutionary science and technology. And I want to wish him a happy birthday. And I will say that in Gikuyu, a language of Kenya. Kogo muthenya wa guciarwo Mr. Keshe. Kogo muthenya wa guciarwo Mr. Keshe. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, I'll say the happy birthday in Bengali. Shubha Janmadin, Mr. Keshe. That's it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Yes, this is Stefania from UC Italian representative, Stefania D'Addetta. And yeah, we made a video from the Italian community to wish happy birthday to Mr. Keshe. I don't know, Rick, if you can show it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I can say that I wish to Mr. Keshe a very happy birthday, and I'm very, very happy to have across the life of Mr. Keshe in my life as well. And I have to say that Mr. Keshe has always been there in the point of need since I know him for everyone. So since Fukushima, then the pandemic, now the shortage of gas, electricity. So he's always delivered something that for humanity as a solution to crisis. So I'm very grateful for that, because it really give hope. It always gave me hope to the future. Since I met Mr. Keshe, life has never been bad. It's actually always been full of hope and dreams, and slowly those dreams come in reality. So I cannot think a better future thanks to Mr. Keshe. Thank you so much. So this is the video from the Italian community. So enjoy.
Auguri, Mr. Keshe!
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 Auguri, Mr. Keshe, dal profondo del mio cuore. Salam.
Augurissimi, Mr. Keshe, tantissimi auguri. L'universo la sta aspettando per un anno meraviglioso. The universe is waiting here for a year. Great. Ciao.
Auguri, Mr. Keshe.
Auguri, Mr. Keshe.
Buon compleanno, Mr. Keshe. Happy birthday, Mr. Keshe. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge freely with all humanity. Grazie per condividere il tuo sapere liberamente con tutta l'umanità e to transform the dream into reality and the reality into dream, e fare il sogno realtà e realtà il sogno. We love you, ti amiamo. Grazie, Mr. Keshe. Grazie.
Tanti auguri
Yes, I hope you enjoy.
Thank you, my dear Stefania.
Okay, happy birthday. Buon compleanno.
Thank you so much. So beautiful, so much. Happy birthday to you, my Mr. Shrimani Kesh. Shashwat Pranam, Salam, Namaste, Salute. Always, always love.
It was
So
beautiful.
beautiful
It was
birthday,
nice.
as we are also born with him. Hello? Stefania, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I think the Brazilian had the video as well, but I don't know if Rick, you receive it from Mary.
Yes, I have that ready to go.
Yes. Okay.
Cumpleaños feliz, te deseamos aquí. Feliz cumpleaños, señor Keshe. Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz, te deseamos aquí. Feliz cumpleaños, señor Keshe.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Ok, bravo, muchas felicidades, señor Keshe. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey. Hoy por ser el día de su santo, te las cantamos aquí. Despierta, señor Keshe, mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajarillos cantan, la luna ya se metió. Qué linda está la mañana, que vengo a saludarte. Venimos todos con gusto y placer a visitarte. El día en que tú naciste, nacieron todas las flores y el ángel del bautismo nazaron los ruiseñores. Ya viene amaneciendo y a la luz el día nos dio. Levántate de mañana, mira que ya amaneció. Muchísimas felicidades, señor Keshe. Que cumpla muchísimos años más.
Felicidades, señor Keshe, que cumpla muchos años más. Y no se olvide nunca de nosotros, los que tanto le queremos.
Thank you, Team Brazil. Stefania, can you hear me? Rick, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I apologize. My microphone is working bad today, but still very beautiful. And to Senor Keshe, happy birthday. And so beautiful, Team Brazil, always. Team Italia, always. All the teams from Keshe Foundation Team Bangla, Team India, Team North America, all the teams, Russia, the whole world is doing this. He's so happy and enjoying the birthday, giving him so much wishes and blessings. So happy birthday.
I don't know if anyone else want to say
yes,
happy birthday to Mr. Keshe.
Yeah.
I sent Mr. Keshe a note. Not sure if he's able to show up now or not. He might be busy, so we'll see.
If anybody wants to say happy birthday, or is there now, or we can go to the next slide.
Hello, it's Mehran Farsi. I didn't present myself before. I thought you, Shweta, you said happiness, love for all the world. In a way, you were right, because Mr. Keshe comes in with his plasma. So his plasma changes the other plasmas all around, and it goes far. So you were right that all the world would change with the plasma of life, love, life, and a good intention. Thank you. That was profound meaning.
Thank you, my dear Mehrnaz. Thank you so much. Beautiful words you said. So thank you so much. This is the One City, One Center. Rick, can we play the video about the gas? A short video, that is.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I speak?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes, sir. No, just a correction. I think you showed the video of the Spanish group, but it was not the Brazilian team, that video, the last one. There was another video that the Brazilian community sent for you, Rick. I don't know if you will see it.
Okay, maybe that was the one that got sent by Marie. Let me see.
I believe Dariani sent to your Telegram the video.
I got sent dozens of videos today, so I think it's the one. So you're saying the one from Brazil, right? Yeah, that's the one Marie sent. I had opened the other one instead. Okay, let me play that one. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get that lined up here.
Querido Mr. Keshe, é com muita alegria e amor em nossos corações que estamos aqui reunidos para representar uma nação, um planeta, uma raça. De vários pontos do Brasil, no céu, na terra e no mar, nós lhe desejamos um feliz aniversário. O seu nascimento é um grande marco para toda a humanidade, pois nos proporciona hoje conhecer a grandiosidade que é a tecnologia do plasma. Não temos como expressar toda a nossa gratidão pela transformação que o Senhor vem fazendo na vida de tantos seres. Sua missão é grandiosa. Sentimos que todos os seus objetivos estão sendo alcançados, pois há amorosidade, humildade e honestidade na forma como compartilha todo este conhecimento conosco. A cada ensinamento, nossa alma sente mais e mais o prazer da liberdade de poder alçar voos neste lindo universo. Parabéns, Sr. Keshe! Te amamos muito, buscadores de conhecimento da comunidade brasileira.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe!
Parabéns, Sr.
Keshe!
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Mr. Keshe!
Parabéns, Mr. Keshe. Namastê.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe!
Parabéns, feliz aniversário.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Mr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Dr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe.
Sr. Keshe, feliz aniversário.
Feliz aniversário, Sr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe.
Parabéns, Mr. Keshe. Gratidão.
Parabéns, Sr. Keshe. Sr. Keshe, gratidão.
Feliz aniversário.
Muito obrigado por tudo e muitos anos de vida.
Feliz aniversário, Sr. Keshe.
Aniversário, Mr. Keshe.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Brazil. So much, so much. Beautiful. Obrigado. Thank you. Happy birthday like this. So much with beauty. Thank you. Now, Rick, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. This is the One City, One Center. And Rick, can you play the video about the short video from the Plasma School Library? And thank you to Lisa also. Lisa,
That's the
Earth Council. Oh, yes.
Sorry, that's the gas on demand. Is that the video?
Yes, gas on demand. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I thank you to our art counselor, Lisa, beautiful soul, always sending these messages, a hard work of love. Thank you so much, my dear Lisa, our art council. Salam, namaste, salute.
As we talked about the Russians, as we talked about the gas, all of you are very happy. You're used to. Most of you who don't live in the central line gas pipes, you're used to this. Yep. This is your gas cylinder. The gas in there, most probably liquefied in Siberia or somewhere else, or in Qatar, or in the gas mines of Iran, comes in huge super tankers of gas with the, if you see them on the oceans, it's like big balloons next to each other, comes to your country, they plug it in, fill it up, you buy it, you take it home, you cook with it, you burn with it. Some of you become a bit modern because the price of fuel on a gas is cheaper than a diesel and petrol. You convert one of these tanks and put it in the back of your car, and you've become hybrid gas petroleum. The new version is hybrid electric petroleum. So you carry huge amount of liquid gas here in this container. And when it finishes, you have a switch in the car. You go to the what we call petroleum, and you burn the fuel, or you switch into electric. Now electric motor runs, or at home, sorry darling, gas ran out, no food tonight. So what we showed in Tehran was that we can produce atomic hydrogen and convert it into gas and burn it. But the beauty of it is that this never been done. And this can be like what we saw in the generator, everlasting supply of gas. We don't need the mines to gas it out. We produce it as we need it in a simple way, in a simple technology. And the hydrogen, you buy it for all sorts of welding and other purposes. It's not a common use. So the Russian boycott does not affect us except in construction and some other research facilities or other things we use with what we call the production. This week's game is we are going directly for the government. Directly for you at home, if you understand what you're doing. And most of the gases we use for heating up or transportation is methane, because it does what it's supposed to do. In the process of even the gas coming from Russia, we allow this gas in open space as a liquid to convert into a gas, burn it. Mainly we use methane in it, but they call it liquid gas. You buy it, but methane is the perfect way for it without a lot of other problems. And if we can produce methane at petrol stations, produce methane in these cylinders at home, because in the house you burn is a methane with some smells add to it because it's odorless. You can only detect it by certain systems which detects methane only. When somebody comes to the house or you go to check, they have a detector with them. And methane has never been produced. Because if we can produce and mass produce methane, you have changed the energy game. From today, this is your mind. This is the mind that can be in any house. can be in any petrol station, can be in any what we call generating rooms. We have tested the burning. It's too dangerous to burn because it has a backflow pressure. We have taken the pictures. What the cylinders you see is the conversion cylinders, where the gas comes from the methane gas production and then comes up in the tank. We show you with the latest methane system that detects methane only. We produce as much as we need, where we need. We do not need to keep huge tanks of liquid, dangerous. We keep water and we convert it. And in this process, today you buy a liter of liquid gas, which gives you so much per kilowatt hour energy, and you pay €1.30 or about per liter. This will cost you nothing. This will cost just maintenance of it, and you can produce as much as you like. Governments in Europe using this technology are free and become free from the control of the oil cartels. Industrialization of this is immediate. And European nations do not need to carry gas pipes, do not need to worry about where they're going to reserve it. You keep the present gas tanks you have. We show you how to convert it. You become independent fuel generator. You become Qatar in your own country. You produce as much gas as you need. The drop in energy supply costs will revive the industry. It'll bring a new game in and will change a lot of things.
So we're using this methane gas detector called RSGD36. It's a standard device to detect methane in gases. And as soon as you see one of these bars in red, it detects methane. If there are more bars lighting up red, then there's a higher concentration. We are measuring here in the air, which means as soon as there appears even one bar, we produce methane. And I'm gonna place this detector now.
I have your microphone.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to zoom in to the detector. Depends how much we request from the system gives. We are not requesting from it, it's just building. If you notice, the minute we release the gases, it was a bubble requesting from the system to do. Now constantly keeps it at 3. If we change the parameters in the back, we can go to 4 and 5. But this is safe enough for us to show you. We have achieved a mass continuous production of the methane in the system. So what you call the methane production, gas production, to release Western Europe from this dilemma is over. They burn gases to create CO2 for growth of vegetation. If you want to make your fizzy drinks, you need the CO2. You want to make a fire extinguisher, you need the CO2 to be added to the water. The beauty with this CO2 is very much different. We do the same thing now with the CO2. The beauty with this CO2 is that it will be proven in the future. When you have a fire, you usually have CO2 in a small cylinder, releases into the water, and then trying to, in a way, put the fire out. And doesn't matter if it's a life in it or not, there is no existence because you die with it, you suffocate with it because of the monoxide and everything else. With this technology, is different. When you spray this, once the right combination understood and applied, if you're in a fire, you spray the water with this gas. If there's a life in it, it will survive. It does not kill. If there's a plant in it, it will survive. Just what is burned before, that'll be the limitation. When this is sprayed, the life exists. To you could be saying this is impossible, but go back on what you've done as Keshe Foundation. You see the bubbles of CO2 coming up from the system. And we can show again, as we shown before, at the moment, CO2 in this environment is what, 640? Now we have a sealed system and we open. Now we put this in. You can smell it. And we close the gap. And we leave it. Can you see the digits? It's building up. 686, 696, 700. And it shows that we are producing carbon. Again, a standard tool you can buy, and builds up. This has a huge application. Forest fires. Applied with this, you don't need to throw water, and where the water touches, the gas spreads, covers the whole of forest. It's a different ball game again in science and technology. You're releasing gases on a constant basis that when you have a house on fire, the fire brigade just sprays a small amount, the gases will take over. But the life doesn't die because of the CO2 blockage. And you know all why. You, as knowledge seekers, use this CO2 for connection for a neural system. You've been using it in different applications with the zinc and copper for corona and the rest. This is in a physical condition, CO2, but in a plasma condition, it's a lifesaver. Today, you've seen CO2. So it shows the Keshe Foundation technology through plasma technology has opened up a new dimension in the world of science and technology. Independence from the resources. On demand when you need. And you can buy these today through Keshe Foundation. But now you see the blip on this one. If you come closer, right into it, you see it's gone on red. Too much CO2 in the system. Now, if you can read it, it's past 1,000 particles per million, which is dangerous. We're converting the fields into material. Proof of the concept of conversion, that we can convert energies into matter the way our Earth's atmospheric condition does. And the choice is yours. Choose this and suffer with the shortage of gases in Europe. Choose this and bring prosperity and life back to Europe and the rest of the world. This is why we call it evolution in science, evolution in energy, evolution in understanding in a way no nation can be taken to ransom by another for God-given rights of food, energy, and light. I give this system to the farmer, tomato grower in Holland. He pays for this to be burned in a greenhouse to create a tomato, which has a life of maybe 2 weeks in the farm, in the shops. And with this, he creates a tomato, which is joy to eat, and it lasts 6 to 10 weeks in the shops. It's a change in the economy, a change in life.
Thank you, my dear Rick. Rick, can you hear me? I'm always asking.
Yes, it's
Hello?
clear.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. You have seen the gas, the beauty and totality and the conditions, the energy we need really. And to create a condition like this, or to have in the condition like this, or to benefit from the gift, you can go to the sales at KFM Global, become a distributor, become a receiver, become a giver for all those who are in need. Because as we know, these crises are all over the world now, in the name of fake global warming, I will say. But then things are transmuting, transforming, and we have to be in this process accordingly. So thank you, my dear Rick. If anybody has anything to share or to ask, please do. Please do. Welcome.
Yes, I would like to add something just before we go into the next slide, very, very brief. Yes, it is the address for who wants to become distributor. Like Krasny suggested, it's a good way to get to know the technology and also to spread it around. I've been applying myself, I have to say the truth. I started the application because I think, yes, I think it's a good way for us to spread and to understand how the plasma technology work. It was very interesting because I think we still, I'm trying to spread around the news about that now we can have the gas on demand and we can have the electricity on demand. And yes, I think people find difficult to believe it. Is too good to be true, too good to be true, but it's a reality of the plasma technology. When you work with the universe, just you start to have endless supply. Like the Earth never stop to rotate, or the sun never stop to shine. So we're just going in line with this law. So it's that's why I really wish a really happy birthday to Mr. Keshe, because I was not aware of all this science until I met Mr. Keshe, and I've never been aware of what we can do, and definitely for me it gave me a new way of see the world and a new way of living. I cannot put into words how my life has changed since I met Mr. Keshe. And I had also the I don't know if I say luck, but to meet him by person, like many of you who've been into the enhancement, in the center, Linz Center, when you apply for the fly system. And my personal experience with Mr. Keshe since the very beginning, when I met him in 2008, he always been like a hard worker. Is a really person who dedicating, as you know, all his life, and risking his life for the forward of humanity. So definitely, whatever we see today are life changer. So now, for the first time, we can produce electricity on demand and gas on demand. we have no fear of any problem of illness, because thanks to the plasma technology, we have so many testimonials now, and I tried on myself during the pandemic, that with the plasma technology, you can also make your body recover faster. And then now he will show how produce water, how we can feed our soul with the plasma. So really we can cover all the people, all the people worries, you know, all the needs that we possibly have, we can cover. And obviously, I like when Mr. Keshe said that there is not just plasma technology. It's not all about plasma technology, but it's a plasma technology in combine also with other knowledge and science. So the combination of the all that really is what will give us the total solution. So yes, so I'm really, I think from 3 weeks ago, definitely, since he also showed the announcement plasma power unit for the house and the car, and then he did the blueprint 2 and blueprint 3 for the electricity and gas. This is the crumble, like you say, the crumble of a cake. The real cake is the flying system. So that include all of those things. So I can wait. Now we know that in September we're gonna start the transmutation. So means that we're gonna start to in the flying system. We're gonna start to move physically people from one machine to another, or from one place to another, and to go to the next stage. So that is again even exciting, even more exciting. So really, I just don't have a word to thanks Mr. Keshe and to really give me this new light. I know it's a old knowledge, and I know that maybe a lot of you know this knowledge from the old books or when you study Asians knowledge, like the pyramids of the Maya. You know, even Mr. Keshe said that this is not new; it's old, and just now we rediscover it and we put all the puzzle together. But for me, I was not aware of the whole knowledge. So for me, this has been really like I don't know, it's like a very, I hope really for the future. And now I can wait. I can wait that this technology go in progress very fast, and I can wait. I know that now is unstoppable, because as more crisis will happening, more solution can be presented. So people then they will get to know this technology very, very fast. So yes, so I just wanted to say thank to Mr. Keshe again. Yeah, I took quite enough. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear Stefania. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to say something? Welcome, my dear.
Just like to say there's lots of birthday greetings and blessings in the YouTube and live stream venues, as well as our chat here in Zoom too.
Beautiful, so much. After eons of time, we are in this beauty. Thank you, my dear Rick. Now we can go to the next slide, if there is no other sharing. Here is the spraying of the soul of the plasma water from cup 1 and cup 2. So the time is always the time, but the time is Sunday at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. CEST. This is a call to all knowledge seekers, those who are new, those who are not new, and those who are here always forever. You know, we are spraying with our hearts and souls, and this is how it's coming out, it's manifesting. Some can see, some can understand, some can observe, some can feel the love that is came. So let's together create the peace dome all over the planet. Use the plasma water from your cups of life of 1 and 2 to make the plasmatic spraying and the spraying of the soul. So this is the beauty we can do. This is our nature. This is our nature to bring the garden where we are. So thank you very much for being here. Spray all the time, my dear, with your heart and soul too. So thank you for this presence. Salam, namaste, salute. Now we can go to the next slide, my dear Rick. Here is the Mojan and Stefania, my dear, you have to play. You want to play the clip from the Reactor group? Hello.
Yes, we wanted to play some part from the Reactor group, but I'm not sure we have them ready for today. So as you know, last Wednesday, Rick in the Rick public teaching on Wednesday, Mr. Keshe came in. Perfect. Mr. Keshe came in, and he started to do a test on the mobile experience, and I had the luck to be there because the agriculture, I couldn't go in the agriculture teaching because usually my teaching agriculture at the same time as Rick, so I tend to miss the Reactor group. But the time I was there, and Mr. Keshe started to this trial, and for me it was mind-blowing because it was like being lit, and that was, for me, it was the first time that I was happy to have a mobile phone. So I always thought I'm gonna throw away my mobile phone. I'm fed up about to have it. All this update, it never works. But this time I was very happy. Mr. Keshe asked who had iPhone and headphone could do the trial. So it was the first time. I was so glad to have a mobile phone. But I don't know if Rick wanted to say something about, because you were there. Rick, it was amazing for me.
It was a very unusual process and workshop for sure during that time when Mr. Keshe came in and directed things, and it was a little confusing at first. We weren't sure what the procedure was or what was going to happen, and Mr. Keshe called for a 10 minutes of silence. And so during part of this workshop, there's the 10 minutes where it's silent, where we are responding to his directions to make the connection without our voice and without any sound, basically. So we can play an excerpt from this that was given by Mark from this particular. This is the Rumble recording. There's also a live stream recording, and in the private teaching. That's the only places that you can get the Keshe Plasma Reactor group at this time. It doesn't broadcast to YouTube. So if we play this clip, perhaps it'll explain a little more about the process and what's happening here. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Jalal. Beautiful, Jalal. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now, Jalal. So, what would you like me to portray?
Go and hug him for me.
He's.
First, let me confirm, Mark, is this the correct?
Yes, it'll
excerpt?
come right in very shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Can you put in big screen, Rick?
I can't go full screen or it'll cut out all the rest of my screens here. Maybe I can
no,
go
no problem, no
a
problem.
larger, there's theater mode, I think. There it is. Okay, thanks.
We're going to get some feedback now.
We've got people on the test flights. We have to translate.
Microphone.
How many of you have a headphone with a Apple? How many of you at the moment have an Apple with a headphone?
Me, and I can send some. I have old iPhones, they work, I think. If you want, I can send them to others.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No problem. Somebody will come down to translate. Okay, how many of you have a headphone at all with your mobile phones you're listening? If you're on a mobile phone. Jalal, are you on a mobile phone?
Hello, Mr. Keshe. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
This is Jacko. I have.
Okay. Put your headphone on. And I'm going to see what, and everybody else to keep absolute silence. Any of you have a headphone on your mobile?
Yes, I have. Hello.
It has to be a mobile. What I want you to do, just don't consider I go silent. Just leave your mobile inside the way it is. Yeah? There'll be no communication, no talking. And then I ask you some questions. But I have to set it up that it can be done. Just give me a second.
Mr. Keshe, what do you mean a headphone with your phone? Like a normal headphone or I don't
Yeah,
understand.
telephone, mobile headphone. It has to be a headphone that you put it on.
I have, Mr. Keshe.
The wireless, the white one, the little one you put in your ear, that ones.
Don't use the wireless one, you lose everything with it. Just a normal.
Yeah, I got normal headphone,
But they have an Apple or any other phone.
I got Apple.
Okay, put it on and shush. It's very hard to get you shush, but one day we'll achieve that, Stefani.
This is what my boyfriend said.
I know, I've seen him. Okay, wait 1 second. Any of you? Is he there?
Yes, but unfortunately, I'm also wireless.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the phone in a specific position, and I don't want any of you to say anything, maybe for 5-10 minutes. Just absolute silent. from all of you. Okay, so people with a headphone, absolute silence. We don't need anyone. Silent all the microphone except mine, and we'll leave you there. Just listen. Okay,
Rick, you got that? To mute all the microphones,
except
would you
mine.
like?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Let's see if any of you, like Rick, has a main, what do you call it, a laptop you're listening to, put a headphone on. But it has to be, if the headphone is not Apple phone, are tuned to go stereo. Others, we don't know, because we know Apple. So if you have any headphone connected to the system you have, put it on and everybody silent for 10 minutes. And then maybe we do something else. We do a live test. In a way, you're with me in one of the flight systems. And I want to learn something, but I don't tell you what. Okay? Put your headphones on. Don't move. Sit and listen and see what comes up.
Mr. Keshe,
just
Stefania.
My headphone is not Apple. My headphone is not
Doesn't
Apple. My
matter.
phone is Apple. Okay, good.
Whatever headphone you have, put it on, then we'll find out. Okay? No noise for next 10 minutes, please. Yep, we go.
Okay, that's the first excerpt. And of course, there's 10 minutes of, in fact, more than 10 minutes of silence during that time while Mr. Keshe processes things. And perhaps we can go to the next excerpt that I was given by Mark. Okay, this will be about 2 minutes or so. And we'll see what's happening here.
What I would like you all to do who are listening on the headphone or a stereo system, maybe you're listening without the stereo system, is to go somewhere. To go to, you don't fly, go to the moon. Go to Rome, go to Paris, go to Kathmandu. Go and visit grandpa or mom. Try to reach someone you have a connection with, and let's see where you go. Again, no talking, just listen to yourself. I want you to, especially it works with the people who they understand it. I want you to travel beyond or see if you can. And try to remember the emotion you had up to now and the emotion from now that you received an instruction what to do. Jalal, I want you to go to Baghdad or go back to Kuwait. The lady in Germany, I would like to see if you can come to Linz and feel as you are, and then we'll talk later. I'll leave it for 10, 15, 20 minutes and we go back again.
Okay, now we go to the third section that's been recommended. And this is a longer segment of about 40 minutes or so. So I'm not sure if we want to play the whole thing. But
You may just stop at any time just to hear some testimonials of what happened to certain people.
mm-hmm. Okay, well, if Stefania or others want to stop it at some point, they can let me know and we'll stop it.
And maybe we could hear what Mr. Keshe wanted to achieve, you know, at the very end, when he said at the very end, why on this test?
Okay. Okay, here we go. Again, this is an excerpt from the Keshe Plasma Reactor group of last Wednesday, July 27th.
Those of you who had a headphone on, take your headphones off and just sit back. We are still in the flight room. We haven't changed position, so it's the same with all of you. I'm going to ask a question because then it gives us some understanding. Let's don't forget it's for us to learn. We are just a guinea pig. Jeff, did you feel anything?
Yes.
Okay. You've been through the system in Lens, yeah?
Yes.
What did you feel? Can you explain?
Well, good morning, Mr. Keshe, first of all. It's an honor. And to everyone. Oh, the feeling that I had right now was just amazing because I put on my headphone. And it is, this headphone already have some gains around it that I have made months ago, as you taught in one of your teachings. And I connected to via Bluetooth to the system. And at the beginning, I used it when you make audiometry test, just to check how is the hearing. And they use a very low tones in the low bass and high pitch sound. So I started to listen that very, very, very low frequency that we normally cannot hear with the ear. But I listened the pitch, a high-pitched tone inside my brain. And every time it comes like a wave. And every time it stop it. Okay, that's just what happened.
Can I ask Stefania? Stefania, you've been physically in the system. Can you tell us how you feel?
Yeah, it was quite, I feel like numb, like, so the first of all, when we connect, definitely like was in the system, exactly like if I was back in Linz. So I felt exactly the same, like energy spiral from the foot going up. This was the first things, and remind me when I was into the first system and when I was also into the first chair, similar sensation of both. then I start to feel this expansion, like this vacuum, or I don't know how to call him, separation. I don't know how to say it, but this expansion from inside to outside, like if I was pulled from in to out. And that one again, it reminded me the system number 2 and the system number 1, because I start to have this also this sensation of I don't know how to call him joy, but my cheeks start to lift as I had no feelings of weight. I was not like if the weights went. And I don't know if because I'm in a place where there is light next to me, sunlight. I don't know if it was a coincidence. I don't know.
No.
I could see this light in front of me, but I don't know if it was the light coming from within. And I couldn't move. Like I don't know if I say paralyzed, but these feelings of
Okay.
expansion.
Did you, when I asked you to go anywhere, did you go anywhere?
Okay, first things I thought my dad, but unfortunately I had a dog barking, and when you ask me, they went to me and tried to push me because they want to go out. So I just start to see like if I start to imagine him writing me up, because my dad was a poet, so I started to he was reading me a poet, but I didn't see him. I just maybe after the beginning of the feelings, but I didn't see him. So in that moment, there was a lot of distraction. So I was trying to go back into, into that moment. But straight away, I thought when you said going to see your grandpa, I thought my dad. Oh, and I thought maybe my mom first, but straight away I went back to my dad because I started to feel like tears in my eyes, and that's it. But I didn't see him physically. I just felt like we were interaction where he was reading me a poet that he wrote. That's all. But what I want to say is I didn't have any headache when I was in the system. First time I remember I had this presence of headache.
Okay.
This
Okay.
time no.
Just thank
I
you.
felt something
Just
was and go nowhere. Yeah.
okay. Jalal, what did you feel?
Hello, Mr. Keshe. As if you put me in a mixture, but it's not very fast, it's very slow. And when you said go to Kuwait or Baghdad and France and all of these places I went, but all of them, as a compressed
Emotions or actually being there?
one time it was emotions, but one time, one second, I am more what you call it, from one point to one point in split of second. I want to I remember everything. But the funny thing, before I was remembering places and structures and figures, but now I see a clear shape. When you look for someone, you remember, but before you don't remember his eyes, his nose,
You just remember the emotion.
Yeah, but
this time you see
this time it's more a little bit
physical.
clear.
Did you talk to anyone? Did you touch anyone?
No, and in my mind, I want to ask a lot of questions, especially for my family, and I was near to ask, but no, I want to have everything in the same time. So everything
You're in a hurry to do everything in the short time.
Yeah. Not hurry. Hurry is very slow from in this time.
Okay, what I want to ask you is, did you at any moment felt that you had an energy around you, or did you have a fields around you?
I
Can
have
actually be.
Yeah, I have in the right side of my head. I felt very huge energy from this side. It was, you know, noticeable. You can notice it, you know.
Did you feel any weightlessness, or any light, or did you feel a field around you?
Before you speak, before you ended just now,
Yeah.
yes, I have this like you are in like you are in the ship sailing, you know, with like waves.
Yeah.
Just before you speak, in let's say in 15 seconds or 20 seconds.
Rick, you listen to the headphone through your laptop or your computer. What did you feel?
Well, I got really almost groggy. I couldn't think, and it was almost like I needed to fall asleep, but it wasn't. It felt like I was
falling asleep in a way.
Yeah, but more like
in a trance.
Yeah, like in a trance, and supported in a medium, like molasses, like something around me that was just thick, and it wasn't a place where I could think, and I was finding my legs twitching, like I wanted to go somewhere but couldn't. And it was a numbness at the same time as twitchy feet. So I'm not sure what that meant.
Does any of you had this feeling of sleepiness, or being in a sleep, or in a what do you call weightlessness, or trying to go to too tired? You feel that? Any of you had such a feeling?
Yes, I definitely had these feelings of weightless.
Okay.
Like in a bubble.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
That's definitely what I felt. When I look back on that feeling, it was like being in the womb. It was like being in a medium, inside a bubble, or some sort of fluid that was thicker than air, let's say. But it wasn't water. It didn't feel like I was drowning. I was just supported in this fluid.
What about our German lady?
You mean me?
Yep.
German lady. Yeah, I fall from my chair. I was something like sleeping, but not really sleeping. I was, yeah, waking up in this morning, in this moment when I fall asleep, and there's sometimes, and I fall from my chair.
And you fell off your chair?
Yes.
Did you go anywhere?
You mean in my dream or in my?
Well, yeah, in your thoughts or in the thing. Did you see anyone?
Oh,
Did
I
you
don't
go
know.
anywhere?
I was so shocked because.
Or falling off the chair?
Yeah, sometimes, and the last time I really felt, and before every moment, every 10 minutes I fall like asleep, and then I was shocked, and I didn't know if I had any dreams or intentions, because it's always this shocking feeling.
Any of you had any feeling with any fields or energy around you, with your head, with your what we call your emotion, that you felt you're in a bubble?
Yes.
Any of you who heard about it? Yes, could you explain, please?
Well, I just saw my mother. She died in 2012, and we had a little conversation. It was a real warm and lovely feeling. But I saw her in my imagination, not physically.
Yes, that's the whole thing. Now, it's not imagination, is the need of the physicality, which is transferred to the soul. And the soul goes, what you wanted. You wanted to see your mom, most probably, or communicate with her. Must be a wish. Now, you don't need to go to sleep that one day I might remember or I might see mom. Just remember today and see if you go to sleep tonight or tomorrow till next week, when you come back to a next session, you decide, I want to see mom and I want to take her out for a cafe for go travel somewhere or just to talk to her and see how you can preempt the meeting. Which means physically you decide, I want to have that touch, that warmth, that cuddle, that kiss of the mother. I don't need to wait with the memories of what I had. Now I can go tonight and meet mom. I don't need to go to sleep to meet mom. You understand?
I understand.
So it's not a dream anymore. This shows the extension of the soul. Now we learn to live both sides. And this is the process. Did you touch her? Did you feel her? Which way was it?
Yes, I felt her.
You felt. So it's a soul touch. It's not a physical touch.
Yes.
And how does it feel?
Very lovely and very warm. Like I was a little child.
Did you smell her? Did you smell her? Or was it just an emotion?
No, I smelled her. Yes.
You could smell. So it shows the soul and the physicality. The smelling is the attribute of the physicality and the soul, but soul smells different way. Our body compares it to a smell we know. Was it the same smell as you remembered?
Yes, exactly.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, I told her that she doesn't have to die on cancer because now we have the possibilities to cure her, and she said she couldn't believe it, but I said to her, I will come back soon and I will show you that it's possible, so that you don't have to believe the doctors which are not able to cure you, just to treat you as a client.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, it was so overwhelming. Right now, I guess I just said what happened, and I'm feeling very warm right now of this experience.
Did you go anywhere else? Did you see anybody else?
No, just my mother.
Anybody else would like to share with us?
Can I say something, Mr. Keshe?
Yeah.
There is a memory with me, a picture of my father and my mother laying together. And for always, it was earlier of my childhood. Today, I saw this picture again, but before I born. You know the information that was the first day of the manifestation. The view, the feelings, even I can say even the weather.
So you live in the real time space.
It's amazing from the same angle, from the same, you know, from the same picture. Again, it's pop up just like this.
But were they talking, or is it just a picture?
Actually, they are moving. It's not stop picture. It is.
It's a living thing. So
Yeah,
the
it's a living.
So the two souls still interact. Were they aware of your presence? Did you talk to them, or were you just observer?
No. You know, Mr. Cash. You know, I told you, you put me in a lecture for everything. But this one, it make me thinking why this picture came out. It's always there in my memory.
But now it's not a picture. Now it's a movie.
It's a movie. Yes, it's a moving one. And maybe I can even dictate the time and the date.
Okay. Did anybody else had any other experience?
When Stefania was talking about the grandfather and her father experience, I almost said that's exactly what I felt. Because when you mentioned grandfather, I was trying to visualize or see what was coming up for grandfather, but it kept coming back to father for me. And then I got an image of my father, and that was slightly before the time when I was getting the drowsiness and other effects that I was talking about earlier. We do have a hand up here. Let me get my glasses so I can read the name. Istvan, I believe. Maybe they would like to say something.
Istvan,
maybe
and Tess.
Would you like to go ahead, Istvan?
Did anybody else experience anything? Did any of you experience a field or your expansion of the energy around your head? This is what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Yes. When you said to go to the moon, I went right to the moon and I kicked some dust with one of my feet, even though I was sitting here in the chair. And I said, I don't want to go to the moon. Then I went to see my sister, who's in an institution, and I saw like a child laying on the bed. And then you said, try to come to Linz. And I said, I should go to Linz because I paid for it. So I need to practice this. And I had my eyes closed and I was feeling a flow of energy from the top of my head down to about my ear, maybe 3 different times. It just happened a few seconds ago too. Almost like when you get the chicken skin and your hair stands up, that sort of flow. And I said, oh, maybe this is the soul expanding.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And then I said that no, before that, I said, well, if I'm going to Linz, I better put my shirt on because I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. So if I appear there and I'm in bare feet, but I said, that's okay. I said, it would please Mr. Keshe and Dean that I appear there. So I saw myself walking through the door, walking around the top of the exhibition. Just, and then I'm thinking, oh, you're just remembering that from the pictures you saw of Linz and the exhibition center. And then I took the escalator downstairs, but I didn't see you and I didn't see Dean. So
Dean is
then,
hiding and I'm hiding.
say what?
We are both hiding.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I said, you know what? I'm going to pick a leaf off of those trees that separate the flight room from where the couch is. And I picked the leaf and I put it on the table, but then I looked on the table and I said, there's no leaf there. And I said, oh, you brought it back with the energy. That's why there's no real leaf there. But several times I felt this from the crown of my head to the, only on the left side, down to about my ear, a flow. And I said, okay, come on, soul, expand. And that was my experience. But I did find the headphones and I paired it up with the phone and I had them on at the time. So again, the wireless headphone level U Samsung, and I connected to the Samsung phone. It still had power in it, but I had it charged up for a few minutes. I added some power to it, but definitely that tingling, that's it, like a tingling coming from the crown top of your head, but it only happened on the left side. It didn't happen on the right side.
Okay, that's perfect. Anybody else?
I had the expansion in my head, like you know, when we said the third eye, this whatever, you know, in the middle, what we call fourth eyes. This is what I felt, and like expansion there, but also something really strange. Like I felt like I was being, I don't know, kind of vacuum, where like something was, I was being part of the whole environment. And that in the teeth, I felt everything was more space between the cell, like everything start to expand. And Mr. Keshe, what I make me remember something I never told you that happened in the system. I start to have this breathing, like not like my breathing change, like you know, when you, I don't know, I can't repeat now. It's like a deep breath you're taking in. Yeah. When I was in Linz, I had this very often at the very, very beginning. And now I had not so many like I had in Linz, but I had them as well. And I start to remember them.
Okay, okay. Just let me ask, Boris, did you feel anything? Or did you have the headphones to try?
Sorry, just me?
No, he's coming on just. We can't hear you. Are you trying to speak? Hello?
No. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, I can't hear you. Let me put okay, now I hear you.
Did you have any headphone? Did you try to go through the experience?
Yes, I have the headphone. I passed into the experience. I read it in the chat. I don't want to disturb, but if you ask, yes. Tingling like a ant in the left side of the, let's say, ear. I scratched the nose. I look my watch, who it's the monetization of my, let's say, heartbeat. It's dropping like when it's I wake up in the morning, more of 15. Earth, I feel first I want to go to see my dad, but it's cut away. And I stop and I go to see my mom. It's 16 more kilometer, 1 hour to car from here. And I will ask if feel something because I touched to the arm and I hugging properly. My mom, I thought my mom I see, let's say when I come in my house, and I will ask what she feel because I have a strength bond with my mom, emotional and physical, let's say. Regarding the expansion of the soul, it's like an exercise when you are not more relaxing and in the same thing concentrate. It's like time is expanding. You, like Jalal say, you make everything in hurry, but in the same time it's frozen time. Other things I don't remember quite well right now.
Did you feel you're in a bubble energy?
Always I feel this. Like in the
No,
blood
I know.
bubble.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
in the blood bubble.
when we started the process, did you feel like that?
No, first I try to hear something with the physical eyes, ears. I not hear anything, and I say, okay, I relax. I go in my interior mind in myself, and I will relax. I feel, oh, I should say, see when you have the herbs, or how to say, ground, when it's hitting the road, when you see the fields. I look in my hand and I see it expanding, let's say, the aura of my hand. And I leave it this, and I not continue to see how it's expanding, for what reason. It's only constant effects, let's say. I try to register many things in, because I not recognize this expectation, what it's the expectation, and I say, okay, there you go, and I feel expansion of my field, let's say. It's like because I put one question and I not understand, and I'm thinking in that moment when you the magrab have the ball inside, actually it's outside, it's expanding. It's only the fields, not in the physical shape of guns or ball. This is my thought in that moment.
That's beautiful. Can I ask Ms. Van Molen? Can you hear me? Thank you very much. Trying to see Francine Van Molen. Can you hear me? Rick, can you hear me?
She doesn't come in, Rick.
Ah, yes, Ms. Keshe. She has talking permitted, so she'll have to open her microphone.
Can you let everybody talk to permit to talk? Open all the channels that people don't need permission. Let them come in if they want to speak.
They should be able, all the people here. There's a couple that are allowed to talk, and everyone should be able to speak here.
Yeah. If you allow everybody to speak, yeah.
May I?
Okay. Yes, Jacob.
It was for me the same as when I was in Linz. I felt what I call Magrav condition pressure in my head. And after a few seconds, it started like a high frequency noise in the backside of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you asked for the traveling, I felt a very strong energy in my hands. They become hot. And I decided to visit Stephanie in Munich. And in that moment, you told that she has to go to Linz. So I was asking myself, can I split? Can I be on both positions at the same time? Then I was guided to Linz. I wanted to sit on the second system chair, but I felt that it is occupied. It is not possible. So I went to the back side of the system. I don't know if it's still there, but the table was there when I was inside, and I played with the bolt on the table. Then I went to the middle because I felt the connection somehow is interacting with me. I opened my arms, my hands, and I felt connecting the systems like I was inside on the way back from the chairs. So that was my experience.
Did you still feel the same energy around you?
Yes, definitely. The lightness, the energy, it was exactly the same. And yeah, I feel that I need more to open up more. Somehow I have problems with if you have a time limit, it's in your head, and somehow that is blocking. I think in future, when we can make this connection through the systems, through the magraphs or the stackers, should be possible to make that easier or better. And what I also felt is when I'm driving my car with the magraph, it feels like it is short before repositioning. It's difficult to explain. Somehow I know that it functions. I know how to do it, to package the envelope, but still there's something that is blocking it.
Okay, I want to ask Francina Molen, can she speak?
Sometimes she has no microphone to use.
Microphone. Okay. Anybody else would like to add?
I thought maybe I'd stop it here and go ahead about another 10 minutes to listen to the last 10 minutes of summary of Mr. Keshe. How does that sound?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Somewhere around here, we have about a 10-minute clip. So let's carry on.
Yeah.
Just wait, I'm running out of battery.
Yeah,
so
no
I'm trying
problem.
to connect everything. Dean, you were sitting near here, just listening without a headphone. Did you experience anything?
Hi, Mr. Keshe. Sorry, I didn't participate. I was I had many things going on, so I didn't actually participate. So I can't say anything.
Okay.
So I can't comment at all. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Keshe.
thank you very much. Thank you. We got Shah Shahidi. Did you feel anything? You don't have a mic. Okay, let me explain to you something very quick because I'm pushed with putting my mobile in the system for you lot, discharging all the batteries. What I say to the knowledge seekers who come here, I'm not interested at all in who you saw, what you see, what you did, what you ate, who you cuddled, who you kissed, who you smelled, where you landed. The whole test today was to see if we can expand your soul to go, to expand, that you create that energy, that field. When you tell me, I felt my mom, it means your soul has extended. When you say you met your father or you went to the moon, this is experience for you, not for us. For us is to see remotely we can expand your soul. Because I need that expansion when the transmutation comes to bring you to a place. If I want to bring you here, like many of you have been here, you weigh 50 kilo, 100 kilo, you need an aircraft. You need a system to bring you physically. You got to go to a place to get on it. What I'm interested in, if I can make that bubble, which all of you who spoke talk about that energy field, that you're in a bubble. You're in a plasmatic bubble. I want to move that plasma. This is the new space technology. This is a new way to travel. And then because you're magnetically, you're like a sound, I should be able not to bring you a sound, I should bring you here into lens. So the experience I wanted to do, which coincidentally I came to the teaching with Rick now, was to see if we can remotely expand your soul. Then in the next stages, you can be, through connection, brought to a position, or we instruct you to come and we should see manifestation of you physically here. At the moment, we have the knowledge, the system is set to go from one unit to another, but we don't have the permission from the Austrian government to bring foreigners in physically. This is what we go into the next stage very soon. But today's experience was fantastic for me because just what I told you is what I tell to most of the people, and we could do this experiment today because these two new head units have been installed yesterday. We didn't have this capability to do this and get what we want. Now we have the system. But I don't tell you which system. There are two systems here, exactly look the same, but we know inside what's the difference between them. And we're testing it. I'll put you through one system. Maybe I'll catch you in another session and I'll put you in another system, maybe all the same. So the whole experience today was, can I remotely expand your soul? And from those of you who spoke, the answer is yes. So what will be interesting for all of you is see what changes from today will come to you because of this experience. What changes you will see, and don't put anything down coincidentally. It's not coincidental. Now your soul can expand beyond. From now on, there's, oh, while I'm on the thing, somebody called me. You were here maybe 5 or 10 minutes. This is a hidden wish with you. Somebody calls you because you connected to the soul. It's not coincidental anymore. Once you go through this expansion of the soul, coincidences don't exist anymore. That was for the man with the physicality. Now you're aware of the coexistence of the life between the soul and the physicality. And this is the whole purpose of the Keshe Foundation teaching. To make you aware of and be lived with, that you do not become what you call like a schizophrenic. You wish, you receive. But don't allow this to become controller of your life. Live that you enjoy life with a new additional strength, knowledge. And from today, thank you very much for a lot of you sitting there quietly, some of you falling asleep, and the rest was important for us. Because what I said, mobile transmutation is possible, and we're seeing it today. We created transmutation, the freedom of your soul. And you made the physicality with it to see the mother, father, going to places and the rest of it. And I would like to know your experience next time. In a way, Rick, it'll be good for you to bring the people who are here in your testimonial. You have a live testimonial in 2 weeks' time. See what happened with the people in the past 2 weeks from today till then, or what they felt afterwards they couldn't speak. This is the taste of new technology. This is a blueprint transportation, transmutation. We don't need to go on the camera. You are part of it. You've all been around for long enough. Now you feel it. And I didn't come here to do this. I just happened to coincidentally come to the center because we had 2 people coming and Dean walking around with a mobile phone. I could hear him on the session and I came to listen. And so you don't need to go to the airport, and you don't need to wait one day to dream or a spellbound. From now on, you can do it anytime. Now we have to teach you how to move from one position to another and manifest yourself physicality. Thank you very much, Rick, for the opportunity. It's fantastic. And hopefully we can do more in the next sessions.
Yes, excellent experiment. Thank you so much for showing up here, Mr. Keshe.
It's gone long before your bedtime. Thank you very much.
My night hawk anyway.
See you tomorrow in the presentation of blueprint number 3. Thank you for participating in something new. I hope if this recording kept people for the first time hear what is possible. And it can be done. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Okay, we look forward to it. Thank you, Mr. Keshe. Okay, well, that was interesting. It's a great workshop, and I recommend people check it out and let others know about it if you can. And maybe we can put the link into that video. Let's see here if I can get that lined up. Which is the Rumble version. Put that in the chat. All the chats. And there's also a live stream version of the Keshe Plasma Reactor group, available at the same place in live stream where the Knowledge Seekers workshops and other workshops, public workshops, are broadcast.
Thank you, Rick. For me, it was a very mind-blowing experience because it was very noisy where I was, so it was not a perfect location. But as soon we start this 10-minute silence, the second he started to say, okay, sit quietly in silence. Straight away, I felt like the machine was coming to me in Linz, like if I was again into the enhancement, into the flying system. I was very shocked on the speed that I was suddenly there, and also the strength of the fields, like if I was in Linz. It really shocked because I thought, okay, if we can do this, that means that look, as long as anyone's got a phone, then that is possible. I just was shocked the fact that we were from all over the world in different locations, and it just connect instantly, and you're instantly. It's like if you're in Linz. It was for me, it was mind blowing, really. But I just want to ask a question: is anyone? Because Mark, you didn't have an iPhone, did you?
No, I had a Samsung phone, but I made a mistake. I had the headphone connected to the Samsung phone, but the phone was not connected to the meeting. I had the iPad on the table in front of me. I should have connected the headphones to the iPad. Now I know more.
But did you felt anyway? Did you felt?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there are any people who are connected to the computer instead of the phone? maybe that works too. Anyway, it was very, for me, it was mind blowing.
Very successful test. He said he didn't care where you went, who you smelled, who you cuddled, what you ate. It was for them to find out, Mr. Keshe to find out if they could remotely expand the soul. And the answer is yes.
Yeah, and the dog barking, the neighbor talking. I couldn't talk.
Stefania.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I was connected to both of them, computer and the iPhone.
Jalal had two separate headphones, one in each ear, as he said Sunday. His wife saw him and thought he just got back from space.
She confirmed that I am crazy in that time.
Wow. Yeah, and you felt, even with two devices, you felt everything. So that was
that's why I said I felt it in the right side, more energy. I think that this difference between the two, between the iPhone and the computer. But I have the iPhone headset, but it was with my wife, and after this finish, she told me, "Yeah, this is the iPhone headset. Why did you took it?" I said, "I don't know." So next time I have the iPhone, I have the iPhone headset, and I will be ready.
But from my understanding, they don't know if with other device works. It has to be iPhone. They said iPhone because they tried only with iPhone, so they didn't. Because you had the Samsung mark, so it means.
Yeah, he said whatever. He said it was successful. He asked Rick to connect
with other
his computer.
Other device.
Jaco had the wireless headphone, which he said you only get part of it. I had a wireless one as well, but it worked quite well, or maybe that's why I only felt half of it, but he said it was a success. So the answer is, can you remotely expand the soul using whatever system he hooked up to there? And I know yesterday he said, Sunday, he said you can't generate flight without the plasma generator. So again, he may come back in for more tests or another session. So we'll be more prepared this time.
But definitely, the sensation different than the photo from the mobile, because he said there was a new update of the machines. Definitely something I didn't felt in Linz, but I felt on the mobile experience was this like separation, like even my teeth. I felt pulling from my teeth, pulling from my fingers, like if there was this pulling, like if I was pulled. I don't know if I say pulled apart, but I definitely felt this expansion even for the cell. Like if they. When we watched the video I told before, of the plasma science, of the nano coating, you see the particles that are more apart, and you see. So I felt like that, like if I had more space, like if I was part of the environment. I couldn't talk, even when he asked me question, I couldn't talk. It took me time to come back, and then that's it. But to me, it was very mind-blowing experience.
This is Mosfeq, Stefania. I have a few questions for you. I was not in that meeting, but and I don't have an Apple phone, but I used a different device, and that is Stefania. So I contacted through you. And as I said before, and the 3-chair experience was very clear. The last part. What is you have been through the system. What is the difference between the 3rd chair? I could feel the soul expansion at that stage, as you said, at the fingertip, and fingertip, nose, and like toes. But what happens after that? I tried to move to from the chair experience through you. I mean, I'm not using any mobile phone. I'm using you as the mobile device. And then I tried to experience the actual flight system. And there, it wasn't clear to me. I could very easily go to a place. In a sense, I could think of a place and it felt like I'm there. But, it was a little bit disconcerting for me, so I didn't continue very much, but that's the feeling I got. But can you explain the difference between being in chair 3 and being in the system? Is it something like that? I mean, it's like expansion, and then when you go there, you feel like you can go anywhere. It's kind of like that kind of feeling. It was a little bit disconcerting, and that's why I didn't continue very much.
Obviously, it's my own experience, and everyone had the different ones. But definitely for me, chair 3, definitely you feel this expansion from inside to outside, like if something, even though this expansion was different expansion for the one I had from the mobile experience. The one I had from the mobile experience, it felt more expansion, like you are into the system. But this again is my feelings of what happened. It's like you don't feel, when I was in the system 1, this again my own experience. I did felt like when Mr. Keshe talked about this transmutation, the beginning of it, it's like I feel this expansion, but also something. The way to describe is like something that pulling apart, and I would say but again, maybe I'm wrong. It's what I experienced, like the beginning of what I would consider a transmutation, but just the beginning. So just at the beginning of the feelings. So this pulling, but this again is my feelings. That I didn't, that is the difference, I would say. I think to me, chair number 3, but again, it's very hard to put it in words because each time you go is a different experience. There are differences between chair 3 to the system. In the system, you feel more totality. I don't know. I just don't know. It's really hard to put it in words. Mushwak. I can say it. I can feel there are differences. But to explain which are the differences.
Okay, don't answer me. Don't answer me.
Yeah,
I'll contact you directly.
Yeah.
Don't answer me because it's not possible to explain these things.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand, but this is my experience too. So so I'll try to reach you directly.
But definitely the mobile expansion was different from the chair, so it was more close to the systems. These are the only things I can say. Yeah.
Seems like Mr. Keshe is changing the systems and so on now, and he's put out a new announcement that I'd like to read actually about the testing and what's going to occur. So let me get that up and just read it here. I've already posted this to the groups. So I think he wrote this, or somebody from the Keshe Foundation. Says, following the success of testing and building the flight simulation system with the support of the knowledge seekers around the world, the Keshe Foundation is ready to enter the second phase of the flight simulation with testing to transmute one's soul and possibly the physicality from one system to another within the Flight Enhancement Center. This second phase of transmutation at the Flight Enhancement Center is considered to be the penultimate phase of testing for the transmutation from one point to another, or possibly for the future transmutation to other points in the universe. You decide where you go. You are the captain of your flight. MT Keshe 2022-05-27. It is the time for change. It is the time for progress. We are launching the voluntary all-purpose plasma flight simulation transmutation using the Keshe plasma technology in preparation for the transmutation for deep space travels. Regardless of the conditions one has developed, everyone is welcome to apply and participate in this world-changing event, a progressive shift in the new space technologies. And there's a limited number of participants who will be accepted for this phase, and more info in the Keshe Foundation store, which has that all-purpose plasma flight transmutation experience highlighted in the store, and I'll put that connection, that link in the chat as well. So everybody has that available if you'd like to participate in that new program that Mr. Keshe has instigated. Okay, I just wanted to share that. Okay, let's carry on.
Yeah, so seems we can use different device. Yeah, this I just can't wait of this next phase. So I know a few Italians already booked for the next phase.
Okay, we need to wrap things up fairly soon here, so we should move along probably.
Yes, my dear Rick, beautiful. Thank you, Stefania. Thank you, my dear Rick. Thank you, Moshfik, my dear, for this beautiful presentation. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We can move to the next slide, my dear Rick. Well, I will say, bring the needs and wishes from your community to the Universal Council as one planet, one nation, one race for justice and world peace. And I will say if somebody wants to say anything, but you have to, well, everybody has their say. You have to be, the time is to wrap up and welcome. You have to understand that. Thank you.
Okay, just wondering if we have any hands up or anyone that would like to say anything. I think Joseph, did you have a hand up earlier?
Yes, I had. I only wanted to say something to the technical things because I think that I have heard Mr. Keshe saying that stereo is necessary and that the Apple handies are getting this signal. They transform it automatically to stereo, and I only wanted to say that also in the Zoom client and at the Zoom host, there are settings for mono and stereo, and also you need a capable device, but not only iPhones. There are several other phones that can provide a stereo signal to your headphones. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, that's true. And normally we're on mono for our broadcast. So in order for it to work properly, I think we'd have to do what's called turn on the original sound and select the stereo setting. So I'll have to try to work with that.
And also at the client side, there is an option as far as I know. So everybody who joins a meeting, in the settings of your Zoom client, there should be a stereo or some button to push or to turn on.
Right on. Good advice. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, my dear. Well, we can feel, even, even not going there, we can feel the enhancement we are having. So if there is no any question or sharing, we can go to the next slide.
There's only one question in the YouTube, which is actually more of a joke from Coke Van Galen. Me joking, will it be tested on animals first? But in this case, I believe small animals are actually welcome as well in the unit, as Mr. Keshe was saying. large unruly dogs and so on are not okay. But
we are also animals, my dear.
Small mammals, small horizontal beings will be accepted.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. Thank you, my dear Vic. Thank you. So here we are, here to serve, not to be served, my dear ones. This is the key to enhancement of all. The Universal Council, thank you so much. All the love always. Warm, warm, warmest welcome to the beautiful energy, universal energy of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. You are all welcome, my dear ones. Thank you so much. Salam, namaste, salute.
Okay, thank you, Sweta, and thanks to all the members of the Universal Council and to everyone for participating today. This has been the 233rd One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace, here on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. And let me see, we have coming up in the next public teaching workshop is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group. And we'll probably have a continuation of some of the thoughts that were expressed today in our excerpts from that group. So people are welcome to attend and participate if you can. And it's open to young and old and experienced or not so experienced at the plasma technology. And we cover all kinds of topics and are focusing now on the soul travel and other techniques that Mr. Keshe is introducing. Okay, and that starts at 7 a.m. Central European Time. That's tomorrow, August 3rd. And that's on the regular channels of the Zoom, which we have here, and the live stream. It's not on YouTube, just live stream and Zoom. Okay, I think that's it for today. Oh, TV Galactica. Oh, well, two other things actually. There's TV Galactica today at 11:59 with Marie, Rosanna, and Raphael, as Mark reminds me. And that's available through the TV Galactica YouTube channel and Facebook. You can access their broadcast that way. And we also have coming up on Monday, it'd be Monday, August 8th, which is the second Monday of the month, which means it's the Testimonials meeting. So people are invited to bring your experiences of the plasma technology to be able to share with others in that testimonials group. And we have some excellent testimonials. We'll probably hear from folks that have been through the system that Mr. Keshe has in Linz, and perhaps we'll hear from others as well. And that starts at, let me see, that one's at the 8 p.m. Central European time, starting time. Again, that's Monday, August 8th. And that's available at the usual Zoom channel and on live stream. Okay, I think we're ready for our song and dance now.
Song and
Sweta?
dance and happy birthday song. My dear beautiful hosts, we are dancing for the happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Clap, clap and dance.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead. Okay. Yes, big happy birthday to Mr. Keshe once again, and we thank him for all the work he's done, of course, and hope he's having a very happy birthday. Okay, we're going to go out with the Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit music version, and you can clap and dance as you see fit. Okay, bye for now, everyone.
Bye for now. Ciao.